Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. So, we've got a large number of German troops advancing on our position. Our goal is to hold, though, and we're going to continue to hold. We got a German Tiger tank here, stuck in the mud, but we've got some Panzer IIIs that, that's not that scary, but it's not 0% scary either. I think first thing we need to do is with CERN, we need to rally this 50 cal once again, and then I want to get him out of there so that he stops taking suppression. Should I press them? It's a risk. Who can see me if I go here? This unit here. What about here? There as well. Nobody with a machine gun can see me if I step here, though. So I think that's how I'm going to get off of this little ridge. Which isn't the most efficient way to go, but it is what it is. Well, that's mud for you. And we'll get him moving up here. Can't quite get to this machine gun to rally them, so that is what it is. Now, do I want to do anything with Captain Murphy? I could rally this 50 cal. What's this 50 cal's shooting look like?
Return fire!
Both these tanks are pointed towards me, so my chance to penetrate their armor is pretty bad. Ditto with this Tiger tank. This Panzer IV. In fact, they're likely to win the initiative, so I'm not going to shoot at them. I can throw some suppression out there immediately. Who's likely to cause me grief? I think it might be this heavy machine gun up here. So that is what... Well, on the other hand, I've got a lot of options. I'm only going to do 2 suppression to this heavy machine gun, 2 to this one. I could do 5 if I target one of these infantry squads. Especially this one in the front, I can slow down the enemy advance, and that'll be good. So maybe I'll actually throw my rounds there. What's this, Am I short on morale with these guys? I am a little bit. Alright, well, here's hoping we can do a little damage. Nice. They're not undaunted.
Keep your heads down!
Now, with Captain Murphy... I don't think I rally this squad. I think I give them a bolster.
On your right! On your right! No speeches
So
today.
that's
Get
quite a
this
bit
done.
of morale. Penetration. It has not improved the penetration chance.
Move! Move!
Improved the hit chance against this Panzer, but... hell of a lot of suppression against some of these units. Can't shoot that one. Can't shoot that one. But again, this one's a valid target. 10 suppression? I think that's worth it. Get him! Ah, they've become undaunted. That's a shame. I took 1 suppression myself. Oh, wow, and their chances are much better now.
Watch your flank!
Damn. Not what I was hoping for. Did I bolster them again? God, it's such a waste of command points, but I think
Watch
it's...
your flank!
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Again, this
You
might...
heard the captain.
This
Get
might be a
going.
mistake, but We'll see. I would really love to get all of that suppression that I'm supposed to be handing out with this attack. They were undaunted again. Gosh darn it. So they're still fully up there. And this is costing me a bunch of command points from Captain Murphy. Alright, so, well, that could have been better. That could have been better. But having said, that is all we're going to do with Stern and his heavy and his weapons platoon this turn. So let's see what the enemy has in store on turn 3. They're not doing much, friends. They're not doing much. I could do some rallying with Lieutenant Rao. I think that's probably the thing to do. Just the lieutenant. Go ahead and rally this bazooka.
Minor lancers!
And step here. Go ahead and rally this other unit.
Stand with me, Kameraden!
Let's go ahead and... Wow, I can't even turn them without spending a command point. Alright, that's okay. Alright, what's the enemy got in store? Okay. Moving a squad in the south here. We got MGs pointed in the general direction of the enemy. Okay, so they're sitting down there in the swamp a bit. Which is fine, I suppose. Okay, I don't think my MGs can hit down there. Potentially can. Shooting's not great. What about this other MG? Because I only got one... Oh man, their morale is absolutely wrecked. So I take command of this MG. Realistically, I'm spending both of their actions.
Don't give them an inch.
The dreaded need and portraits subfolder unit. The most vicious of the German fighting force. Let's, these are Fallschirmjägers. Paratroops. Alright, let's gun down this squad a bit. Got him. Beautiful. Should get them properly suppressed. Not as suppressed as I would like, actually. Let's go again. If you can pour a lot of fire on an officer, which in this case I can, and get them fully suppressed, you can really halt the entire battalion, which I did not do. Well, this fella, are you a captain, sir? You're just a lieutenant. You have very good morale. These units are extremely experienced. But this isn't your squad, isn't your platoon. Both of these units, all of these units seem to be in the same platoon, which is a little curious. We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I've spent all of my shooting in the south here for this turn, so we'll have to rely on reaction fire from Dearborn and his lads in order to get done what we need to get done. Okay. Enemies rallying. Alright, got a squad coming up there. Running to the road. Officer moving. Well, I see you. And this squad's coming up. And this squad's coming up. Where are these landing? I guess somewhere else. Hey, idiot! Got him. You fool!
Someone's moving!
Excellent. Alright, so this unit is shot all to shit. That's good. Alright, so who are you? You are here in older. I don't know what that means. I mean, it means army and presumably infantry leader, but I don't know what position that puts you in the enemy's advance. Do I keep shooting at this unit when I could have multiple enemy units coming up? Is the question I need to ask myself. They're not going anywhere this turn, so I think I can wait to make that decision. I think Thompson needs to rally this squad, certainly. And this bazooka is also under Thompson. Because there's no one coming up on this side yet. Again, this is where they're pouring all their heavy fire, but that's not where they're attacking, which is interesting. Anyway, we're definitely going to have Thompson throw some rallies around.
Hit him back, hard and fast.
Can you get to this unit? Not yet. Get to this bazooka and rally them.
Don't give him an inch.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, because we're not going to be able to rally the other squad until next turn. And we'll keep holding for now. I want to save these units shots until a little bit later in the turn.
Gefreiter! Scheiße! Wo eiserne Kreuze wachsen.
Okay. Those guys are quite fast moving. Okay, okay. It would be absolutely silly of me to attempt an assault here. Just ridiculous. No, that would be extremely foolish. I'm not going to. The enemy's got a lot of movement points back here, but this commander doesn't have... This is the commander of these units, so... And he doesn't have any points. So I think I'm good to start pounding on this unit. This unit's still hidden here.
Go, go, go!
If I bolster them, that would be... If I bolster and shoot, I could do a lot of damage because we're flanking this unit. But on the other hand, it might be better not to, just on account of I don't want them to necessarily know where I am. I think it's worth. 8 suppression without Dearborn. With Dearborn, 13 suppression. Let's do some damage. No casualties. Interesting. Unfortunately, they're still facing northward. So I'm not going to shoot at them with this squad for now. Dangerously low on orders, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Germans do. Okay, so they're bringing a unit up. I mean, they're bringing units up all the time. That's their thing. They love that shit. Okay, so there must be another commander back here that's got direct control of these units, because this guy was out of points before. Okay. All right. Yeah, assaulting's a no-go. Too many enemy units, enemy machine guns that have coverage of this area. Alright. Well, we'll continue to do what we're doing. Which is not much. But as soon as more German units get here, we'll shoot at them. And then we'll all be in happy times. Enemy armor's still holding for now. Okay, another tank coming up. Or no, this is the one from over there. Interesting. This guy might be exposing his side armor to my 50 cal, which could prove to be an extremely good, prove to give me some extremely good options over here. We'll continue to wait. This is going to be a long turn. Alright, never mind. That's the end of the turn.
We could do this!
Alright, so
Watch your fire.
I've got the initiative for now. The question is, who do I spend it to suppress?
On your right, on your right!
Throwing a bunch of 50 cal fire on this enemy leader could prove extremely useful. This 50 cal, yeah, penetration chance is real low over there. I think Stern's going to move up, rally that MG. He doesn't have the distance to do both, but I've got Captain Murphy. Yeah, let's use these heavy MGs. We'll try and suppress this leader. Because he bolstered, they became undaunted. Net 3 suppression. Dang. They get shot back at? They didn't. They're at their maximum right now.
Watch your fire!
But obviously they can't outpace these German heavy machine guns. I can't shoot at this squad. They must not be close. They must be too far away. BMG really has a maximum range of 16?
Move!
Well, this didn't go as well as I was hoping. Let's get Stern up here to rally this MG.
Scheiße!
We're not out of choices yet.
And they'll have plenty of opportunity to get going. Now, Captain Murphy. Ooh. I got some off-map artillery. That's fun. Is this another turn delay artillery? I don't know. Anyway, this is a good spot for a fire mission. Mortar mission arrives next turn. Alright, so that's... I was hoping that was not the case. So we'll use our mortars to just... 2 net suppression if we shoot. 5 net suppression if we hit this unit. I'm going to take them. They became undaunted once again. Well, that's... what I was hoping would not be the case. What else can I do with Captain Murphy? I can can take command of this MG. Net force suppression on this paratrooper leader. I think that's the right call. The other option is we just pound away at some of these units and do as much damage as we can. Oh, I really want to do some hits to that leader. What can I do with this 50 cal? Not much.
Hit the dirt!
I think with this MG, I'm just going to take shots at
Stay on line.
these squads and slow them down. That's going to be our goal here. They're undaunted. Gosh darn it. Still, got some good projected suppression. These ones I can do more, but they're not in front.
Watch your fire.
I'm going to hit this squad as well. Again, if I can... Spreading out the suppression might not be the best call, but if I can deal good suppression to multiple squads, which it seems like I can, that can pay pretty high dividends in terms of my overall capabilities.
Hit him hard.
Because dealing suppression to multiple squads will really allow me to... ooh, this is a pretty high net suppression. Let's do it.
Fire at will!
Because that forces them to really reorganize, and theoretically, I can make them halt their advance doing that.
Tell my wife I Shift fire!
Or at least slow it down. And that's what I really want to make happen. Particularly their units in front. I wanna keep them from... Dang, they became undaunted. But I did some casualties. Got him into yellow. That's good. Once again reduced Captain Murphy to only 1 dot, but that's okay. Hopefully this fire mission will come down next turn and hit something. Even if it won't necessarily hit the unit that it's aimed at. Also got this MG that I could take some shots with. Oh, that's not an MG. The MG was here and I rallied them this turn, so I can't do anything with them. Alright. Anyway, that's Stern. Let's see what the enemy does now that the initiative is largely theirs. Don't love the highlight on that house down there.
Nochmal!
Okay. Okay, so they spotted that bazooka. I've got to move them back so that they become hidden again. Hopefully they don't take too much damage. Alright, so that's... Once again, the enemy has... the enemy tanks have decided to take multiple shots. I don't really have any ability to deal with that at the moment. So, if I move this bazooka back here... I can move Rao to rally them next turn. Is that the right call? Maybe. No, I want to keep them here. Because these Panzer IIIs are pretty vulnerable to my higher tech bazooka technology. Where's my other bazooka? My other bazooka is over here. That's not an ideal location. I'm tempted to move this bazooka out and around. Because that's... Down south is probably where the enemy's armor is going to be. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. That's what I'm going to spend this turn doing. Just the bazooka.
With me.
Hit him hard.
Get them going south. And the idea is, I want them somewhere where they're going to be able to bring their big guns to bear. Because they're the big guns. That's activated Lieutenant Thompson. His line's pretty well anchored over here. Let's go ahead and move him up and rally this squad. And we'll keep this squad in place for now. I think the temptation to move one of his squads to the south to help support the southern region is high, but I'm not going to do that yet. It's going to take a lot of turns to get where I want to go in order to make that happen, and I don't yet feel comfortable doing that. We're all still hidden over here. The temptation is very, very high. I can still shoot with this 50 cal. It would cost Lieutenant Murphy's last order, but I could do it. They move their tank's last action. I might be able to cost this guy an order, which would be nice. I'm gonna do that. He did bolster, they became undaunted, but that's it. Is he return firing with artillery? Not very accurately, he isn't. Maybe this is just smoke. They're just blowing smoke. Tell you what, I think I actually am. Going to move one of Thompson's squads south. This might be a mistake. I think it's the northernmost one that I'm gonna, because I don't see the enemy coming up over here at all, and we've got pretty good visibility to all of this. Then again, they may try to do the same thing I did last scenario, but I don't think they will. So, we'll grab this squad. And we'll just get them hoofing it south, and maybe we'll be able to get them maybe into this house, or maybe into some of these trenches, just as a nice little, just as a fun little surprise for the enemy. Alright. What else have they got in the field? In the pot, in the whoozy-majig. Alright, here we go. So yeah, so they're taking some time to stop and rally their units, which is exactly what we wanted. Alright, and that's all they did. So this guy's not doing anything. This guy's not doing anything. So that's good. That is our precise agenda here. We're going to rotate this bazooka into this house here. Rao is going to go to them. Rao just himself is going to go to them so that he can rally them next turn. That's all we're going to do. If the enemy wants to go somewhere and do something, that's on them. Alright, so he bolstered and moved, and that's all he's got, which is excellent. So it's moving around over here. Alright, so I know there's an enemy unit over here. Are they going to get their shit together? They are going to try. But unfortunately, they moved out in the open like fools. Beautiful. So that's halted them right in their tracks. Nice. All right.
On your right, on your right.
I'm gonna save my action points down here for now. I'm gonna turn this squad. That's gonna cost Dearborn an action point. Or, Rao an action point. Might be worth. But yeah, I'm just gonna deal as much damage over here as I can, because I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with Rao, so we'll, go ahead and rotate that unit. Oh no, it didn't cost Rao an order. I'm saying action points, I should be saying orders. I'm also going to turn this squad to the south, because that's where the enemy's primary thrust is going to come from here. Alright, and that's all I got. And what's Jerry got?
Was ist ein Cottonbaler?
Okay, so they rallied an MG. And that is once again it. Okay. I have a chance to take some pot shots. Do some real damage.
On your right.
This unit's a tad low on morale. Hope to get Dearborn a little bit closer to them with the intent on rallying them next turn. Or at least putting them in bolster range. Can't rally this squad because they've already shot. So the question is, do I spend a bunch of action points trying to see if I can get these squads fully out of action? It's a risk, though. I'm taking a risk if I run myself out of action points down here. I've got good coverage of this area, but if someone else comes up the hill over here, that's a big risk. Tell you what, let's do a little bit of shooting. We can do a lot of damage with this squad. This squad's got a point left, so they'll have more shooting they'll be able to do.
Hit him hard.
So let's go ahead and let's pound this squad. Did a casualty. That's good. It's real risky if I wait. I don't think they've got anyone that can come up here, so
What's your flank?
we'll hit them as well. Again, I'm taking a risk.
Ship fire.
The enemy's still got an action, but I don't think they'll be able to do anything. Let's see what Germany does.
Wir gehen nach Hause.
Alright, so they're rallying. They've only got one action left. I think I'm going to continue to sit back, relax, and pound on the squads they were stupid enough to send forward. Not going to do too much of that, though. I want to keep my units hidden. Let's see if that's the end of turn 4. Ooh, found another commander. Alright, so that unit's rallied.
Auf geht's, Frontsoldaten!
We've got targets!
Get fucked, son. Perfect. Alright, that was smart. I I didn't move that unit. That puts them out of moves. I could shoot with another squad.
Keep moving.
Do I have one that... Well, they've already seen this squad, so... Well, no, they haven't. This squad thinks they're hidden.
Move up.
Could shoot again. This guy's got 2 orders left, though. But I've got these 2 squads ready to shoot.
Keep moving.
Turn this squad facing south. And I'm going to use this squad's other shot. Nice. Delta casualty or 2. Very good. Alright, and I think from a facing perspective we want this squad pointing this way. But we'll see. Alright.
Stay on line.
Okay. Again, that's something I don't have a solution to right now. Maybe I will get something happening later on. But for now, I do not. They took some morale damage, but they're doing okay. So we'll keep waiting. Hey, buddy. Come on. Send some more 18-year-olds in. See what happens. Actually, by this time, Germany might be using 16-year-olds. Although I think that's... I don't think Germany's scraping the barrel yet, but the manpower issue is definitely a looming concern. Okay, alright, so they're basically just maneuvering up units from further back, which is fine. We'll continue to allow them to do that while we've got plenty of orders ready to go. Yes, come up into the kill zone. Alright. Let them come. Alright, and that is turn 4.
Don't hold back!
There's my fire mission.
Fire.
Did that do anything? Seems not. Alright. Well, that is actually all we've got time for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you on the other side.